everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English, and I am Karen.
And I'm Mike. And we are back with the third and final day. Hopefully we're going to get the answer to our river crossing puzzle. We've got the man, he's on one side, he's got a wolf, he's got a goat, he's got a cabbage. He's got to get to the other side, but there are a few rules. So can you figure them out, or can you figure this puzzle out?
I think we're pretty smart, right, Mike?
Okay.
Do you think so?
Sure.
I think we can probably figure this out together.
Okay.
And I made a few cards.
Yes.
And then so to make it a little more clear, and maybe I'll take the first step. Okay, so we know that we have to think about everybody's safety.
Right, the rules are, you have to remember the rules.
Okay, so we have the man, right?
Okay, here's the man.
Okay, and then you're the other side. You're on the other side of the river.
Here's the river. Okay.
So my guess is the man will take the goat over first because the wolf will not eat cabbage, right?
That's right, exactly. So he gets to the other side of the river, he can unload the goat.
Yes.
So now he's got an empty boat and he goes back. So that's one trip.
So
that's two trips.
Two trips, that's right.
Two trips. One, two. Okay.
So what should he bring next? Should he bring the cabbage or the wolf?
Well, the goat's over here, so he can't leave the cabbage with the goat because the goat will eat the cabbage. He can't leave the wolf with the goat because the wolf will eat the goat. So it doesn't matter, but he can't leave them together.
So it doesn't really matter. I'll just take either one. Okay, so maybe I'll take the cabbage?
Yeah, sure. Bring the cabbage because the wolf is scary.
That's right.
All right, so now I have a cabbage, but he can't go back alone because the goat will eat the cabbage.
Eat the cabbage, okay.
Yeah.
So he has to bring something over again, right?
Right, but remember, if he's going to bring that wolf back, he can't leave the wolf with the goat. So I think he should leave the cabbage, bring the goat back.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what does he do?
Drop off the goat.
And then you take the wolf?
Right.
Okay.
5. Now leave the wolf with the cabbage because wolves don't eat salad.
You're right.
And cabbages don't eat wolves unless they're really big.
Okay, so he'll travel back again.
Goes back alone.
And then takes the goat.
You got your goat, and there you are. You have found the answer with the goat.
Do you think that's
the
answer to the
cabbage.
puzzle?
And that was 7.
7 trips, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that was 7.
Okay, well, I think we're pretty good.
I also have the man. He's over here too.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so they're all over here now.
We are pretty smart. Do you think that's the correct answer?
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to figure it out in our lesson today.
Yeah, I think you should just throw the wolf in the river. Anyways, let's check it out.
The wolf, goat, and cabbage problem is a river crossing puzzle. It dates back to the 9th century. It tests people's math, logic, and critical thinking skills.
So we're looking at part 3 of river crossing puzzles. Can you figure them out? So we're finally going to find out the real answer to our puzzle, right?
I hope so, and I hope it's the answer that we came up with. I think it'll be close. I'm not sure we got it exactly right, but
we're pretty good.
Let's all find out together. So it says the wolf, goat, and cabbage problem is a river crossing puzzle. All right. We're not getting quite to the answer yet. We're kind of talking about these fun little puzzles or riddles, these little mind things that you have to figure out that you can also describe as a problem. But here we're not saying it's a problem like I forgot my umbrella at home and it's raining, or I'm at the store and I realized I don't have any money. How am I going to pay for this stuff? That's a real problem. When we have problem in this way, it also is kind of like a puzzle, or when we're also just looking for something where an answer is needed. Often when we're talking about math problems.
That's right.
5 plus 5 is a very simple math problem. It doesn't mean it's a problem in your life, but it's something that needs an answer. It needs to be solved.
That's right. And it dates back to the 9th century. So they were talking about these river crossing puzzles. I didn't know they've been around for such a long time.
Wow, I'm also learning that in the 9th century, they had giant cabbages. And people
You're not going to let that one go, are you?
And people would bring wolves home.
That's right. So it tests people's math, logic, and critical thinking skills. So these river crossing puzzles were created because they want to get people thinking, right?
That's exactly right.
And then we have this word here, century, and that is a noun. So a century, basically, we're talking about 100 years, right? So you're talking about, oh, it's a century old. This building is a century old. That's 100 years, right?
So right now, in the year 2023, we are living in the 21st century. So you're always kind of the number right before the century because, of course, everything started in year 0. That's why we always have to add a number. Anyways, let's also talk about the word math. If I'm talking about adding numbers, subtracting numbers, multiplying, 3x plus 2y over 6z equals 14ab to the second power. If we're doing things with numbers and trying to solve problems, come up with information and data, and using numbers in a way to make sure that we get the right answer, we're doing math, or also known as mathematics.
That's right. And then these kind of puzzles, you have to work your math skills, and also, you have to work on your critical thinking skills as well. So someone with critical thinking skills, basically you have to think really, really carefully, and then you have to think logically, and then eventually through thinking carefully and logically, considering all the other factors, you will come to like a well-informed conclusion. So it's not just like somebody telling you an answer, you'll be like, okay, yeah, well, that's the answer. It doesn't require a lot of thinking, but critical thinking, you really have to think about it.
Absolutely. There's a lot of different things to consider, to put into your mind when you're coming up with the answer. Critical thinking is one of those things we learn a little bit later in school, often in university. They'll start to teach you real critical thinking because, of course, there are many problems in life that there is not a clear, easy, oh, that's the answer. Sometimes you have to think about things and consider different situations, kind of like with our puzzle here. So that's why it's a really good exercise or problem for your critical thinking skills. And speaking of the answer to this problem, we're going to get to that after the break. We promise. And if we don't, the wolf will eat me.
Really?
I organized it. He's there. He's hungry.
Okay.
The key to the puzzle is simple. The man can bring things back with him. So, he takes the goat over first. He returns alone and takes the wolf or cabbage over. Then, he returns with the goat and takes the cabbage or wolf over. After that, he returns to get the goat. That's 7 trips. Were you able to solve the puzzle?
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were kind of giving you a little history of the river crossing puzzles, right? So let's go back to our puzzle and remind everybody what the puzzle is about. And we are going to give you the answer to the puzzle. I'm so excited.
I'm a little excited. We've already come up with our own answer.
But we don't know if
that's
that's
right.
the
Let's
correct one.
remember we have this man on one side of the river. He's got to get to the other. He's got a boat, but it's a small boat. Only one thing can fit in it.
That's right.
So he decides, and he's got a wolf, a goat, and a cabbage
That's right.
to bring across. But one of the big problems is the goat and the cabbage cannot be together. The goat will eat the cabbage. The wolf and the goat cannot be together. The wolf will eat the goat.
That's right.
So the way we had it, he took the goat, he came back, he took the cabbage, brought the goat back, took the wolf, came back, brought the cat. We did it in 7 trips.
That's right. So let's see if the real answer is going to be 5 or 6 trips. I don't know.
Maybe we got it right and it's 7. But
Maybe.
as we get to the article, it says, the key to the puzzle is simple. It's easy to say that when you know the answer.
That's right.
When you don't know the answer,
It's very, very
it
difficult.
might not be that simple. Only later do you go, oh, that was simple. But we don't know what it is. But apparently, the key, the thing you really need to think about to find the answer, it's actually quite simple. So don't think too much. The man can bring things back with him. He doesn't have to bring everything over at once. He can actually put things in the boat and come back. So he takes the goat over first.
I was right.
And it makes sense because the goat is in the boat. the wolf and the cabbage are left behind, but that's okay, right?
Because we know that the wolves are not vegetarians.
Exactly. That follows the rules.
Okay, well, let's see what happens next.
So goat.
I got the first step. Okay, so the goat is over on the other side.
Leave the goat there.
Now, the man is he. He returns alone and takes the wolf or cabbage over. Okay, takes the wolf or cabbage. So it could be either one, right? So you told me that when we were trying to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, because he's not going to actually leave the wolf or the cabbage with the goat, so he doesn't have to worry about them being safe. One of them, probably the goat, is coming back.
That's right. And coming back, another word for that is to return. Yes. So that's a verb that we're using it here. So when you go somewhere, you want to come back to the original place, you will return, right? Okay, so let's move on. Then he returns, that means going back. He returns with the goat and takes the cabbage or wolf over.
Right. Again, it doesn't matter which one, because once he has the cabbage and wolf on the other side of the river, same thing. They're safe.
That's
no
right.
problem there. So once he does that, remember the goat is back where he started. After that, he returns to get the goat. That's 7 trips.
So we got it right?
And here's the question, and it's in our article. Were you able to solve the puzzle before we explained it?
I don't know. Maybe some people were really, really smart too.
I'm not sure I could have solved that puzzle alone. I think we kind of needed each other's help.
That's right. Well, what's solve?
It's really good to work in teams when you're trying to solve a difficult problem, puzzle, or question. To solve is to find the answer. That's
right.
all it is. It's easy to solve that math problem, 5 plus 5 before. If you don't know math, you can still count on your fingers. But if you're trying to solve a mystery, like in a scary detective story, or if you're trying to solve some problem in your life that doesn't have an easy answer, well, then you might need your critical thinking skills or the help of a friend, because coming up with an answer or solving the problem or question is what you want to be doing. You want to get to the final result or the final decision.
So, you know, I think after doing this puzzle, I think I'm becoming a little more interested in solving these puzzles. I think it really got me thinking. I think the more puzzles I do, I will probably become smarter, right?
They actually do help, and it is. The more you do them, the easier they are to solve, because you start to think in the same way. You start to understand the puzzles and how to solve them a little bit better. And you're right, they can be a lot of fun.
That's right. And so, you know, I can also work on my critical, you know, thinking skills, and I can work with a friend.
Yep, absolutely.
So, yeah.
And if you can't find the answer, instead of getting angry, you can work on your meditation to calm down and not be upset when you can't solve them, because of course we can't solve every problem in life, but most of these ones you'll have fun solving them, we guarantee. So check them out. I'm sure you can find lots online or in a book, and we'll see you back here sometime soon. Until then, enjoy being on the other side of the river with your wolf, goat, and cabbage.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
The wolf, goat, and cabbage problem is a river crossing puzzle. It dates back to the 9th century. It tests people's math, logic, and critical thinking skills. The key to the puzzle is simple. The man can bring things back with him. So, he takes the goat over first. He returns alone and takes the wolf or cabbage over. Then, he returns with the goat and takes the cabbage or wolf over. After that, he returns to get the goat. That's 7 trips. Were you able to solve the puzzle?
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下这一课的重点单字。第一个 problem 名词，问题、谜题。Who can solve the math problem? 谁会解这道数学题？下一个单字 century 名词，世纪。This lesson is about the Italian art in the 16th century. 这堂课是关于16世纪的意大利艺术。下一个单字 math 名词，数学。Kevin didn't pass the math test yesterday. Kevin 没有通过昨天的数学测验。 最后一个单字 solve， 动词解开、解决。Can you help me solve the math problem？ 你能帮我解这道数学问题吗？接着我们来看一下重点文法。第一个 ，the 9th century， 第9世纪，表达几世纪要用序数 first、second、third， 而且序数之后的 century 需要使用单数哦。另外，当表达日期啊，或者是年级名次的时候，也是需要用序数的。我们来看看这个例句 ：We are now in the 21st century。我们现在在21世纪。下一个文法 ，the key to something， 某事的关键。key 在这里指的是关键、重点。我们要注意它介系词的用法哦，后面必须要固定搭配 to 这个介系词。我们来看看这个例句 ：The key to success is hard work。成功的关键是努力。最后一个 ，bring back 带回来，这是一个可以分的动词片语。我们来看看这个例句 ：My father brought back some gifts from Japan。我爸爸从日本带了一些礼物回来。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Hello, I'm Matt.
And I'm Toi.
We're about to play Guess the Bear. We each have 3 cards with sentences on them, and in these sentences, the vocabulary words or phrases are replaced with the word bear. We'll each have 1 minute to see if we can guess all 3 words or phrases. Are you ready to go?
I am.
Okay, you're up first. We have 1 minute. Let's begin. First one is a noun. The students had 10 math bears for homework. I'm stuck on this bear in my textbook. Can you help?
Problem?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, next one is a noun. In bear class, we study algebra and geometry. He is doing well in every class except for bear.
Math.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, next one is a phrase, 2 words. Jenna bared bear chocolate from her trip to Switzerland. And if you go abroad, can you bear a souvenir for me?
Can you repeat those?
Jenna bared bear chocolate from her trip to Switzerland. If you go abroad, can you bear a souvenir for me?
It wouldn't be get me. Bring back?
Yes. Okay, you got that one.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like Jenna brought back chocolate from her trip to Switzerland, and if you go abroad, can you bring back a souvenir for me?
Okay.
All right,
Awesome.
so
Okay, your turn.
my turn. I'm ready.
Okay. Let's go. Noun, 1 word. Cars, airplanes, and rockets were invented in the 20th bear. People have lived in this village for more than a bear.
Century.
Yes, very good. Verb, 1 word. Police worked hard to bear the crime and get justice. If I had $1 billion, I tried to bear the world's problems.
Oh, I solved.
Yes, yes, very good.
Okay.
Okay, phrase, 3 words. Meditation is bear, a peaceful mind. Bear, a healthy lifestyle is a good diet and exercise.
Wait, say the first one again.
Meditation is bear, a peaceful mind.
I was gonna say the best way, but that doesn't work. Is a bear, a peaceful, a way to.
Keep going.
Way to. Okay, I don't know.
Okay, so the key to.
Oh, okay.
So meditation is the key to a peaceful mind.
Okay.
The key to a healthy lifestyle is a good diet and exercise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was like something like that.
It was similar, yeah.
But-
Like these 3-word phrases can be pretty tough. Like the key to, the way to, like you said.
The key to happiness.
Yeah, the key to happiness. Meditation is the key to a peaceful mind. Did good.
Meditate now. Just get over that loss.
You did good.
Yeah. Well,